No, we're gonna start a little slow today. If you want to jump right into the fights, you can skip ahead to about like a minute 10 or so. Um, anyways, we talked before about invaders get angry and salty, and all of a sudden you start getting ruthless because hosts and phantoms are just acting rude and ain't acting right. So I wanted to show the flip side of that. I talk how back in the day, things felt a little more civilized, and you do still get that. So I wanted to show a little bit more of a civilized time. We got a phantom here. He's not healing up, so I'd rather not just make this the quickest, cheapest kill ever. So I threw down the healing rock for him. They're very happy about it. We get some cheers. He's got a Londo Pilgrim. He's obviously some kind of lore build. So we'll give these guys a nice fight. They're giving me plenty of space, so I'll drop down a couple glowstones so we can actually see what happens when we're fighting. And Karen seems happy to get some action. Londo Pilgrim seems like he's ready to go. He's going to buff up. They, communicate that he's going to go first. And now it's time to have a bit of a fight. He was moving around quickly earlier, but looks like he turned himself into a fat roller. And, ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta enjoy the thick ones, too. So, the fight is on. And, we'll rock the flail like we have been. It started as a meme for me, but man, I've just been really enjoying this. Maybe I should try some of the other hammer weapons, but, I don't know, I like having that crutch of not being able to get parried. You see there, we actually landed the poison flailer. We bloomed again, and so we'll have some nice good fights here with some people that are being respectful and playing the game. I don't want to say playing the game right. It's a game. Play it however you want. It's a toy at the end of the day, so have fun with it. But when you can make it fun for the other people you're playing against as well, it's better for everybody. This guy's got himself some type of a heavy lance, or I can't say that it's heavy, but it's not doing any status stuff. So we're having ourselves a nice little fight here. And I started getting the best of Karen. Karen's not healing, not doing anything shady, so we have a nice good battle here. Catches me with a great roll catch into the piercing fang, and GG's to you, Karen. Great invasion. I had fun. I think they had fun, and that's the best outcome for everybody. Now, next up here, we got this dude up by the Godskin fight out in the world. He's buffing up. He's solo from what I can tell. No rune arc active, anything like that. He's just looking to have some fights. Now, obviously, if you want a duel, maybe you should go to the arena, but I'm not going to hold it against him. So we'll duke it out. Nothing too crazy going on here. I mean, as the fight started, you saw he was throwing some knives at me maybe before I was fully ready. But, it is an invasion. It's not quite a duel. He's, just keeping things mixed up, and I can't really be too upset about that. He had the shield out this whole time, so you'll see I'm a little passive on running in, because I'm expecting he's trying to do the bait me into a parry. And when you've got a buffed up Crag Blade Zweihander, it's not something you want to get hit with. You can see he slapped me right out of the air. Then he's got the pocket Milady. He's whipping that out. But I'm not gonna back down. You come swinging at me, you're gonna maybe try to catch the roll catch. And sometimes you got to know when to stand your ground, when to roll away. But we have ourselves a nice little battle here. And again, not everything is about just being ruthless and murdering. And you can get some really good, entertaining fights out of that. And, a little respect goes a long way, I guess is all I'm trying to say at the end of the day. We could have more encounters like this and less salty hosts. It's a better state of play for everybody. Now, I'm not going to try to deny it. There's plenty of times back in the day, whether it be Dark Souls 2, I was I was quite a troll back in the day in that game. whether it be with corrosive pots and just breaking people's equipment and other things like that. Actions I can look back on, and while I giggle at it, like I giggle when I can get someone to roll into a full charge bubble, that's not the kind of thing that makes the gameplay good for people. We got our next guy here, Fuck You Gankers, and that's his name, FAQ, fuck you. I don't know how else to pronounce it. That is not a cuss for anybody looking to demonetize the zero money I make off of my videos. But yeah, all that being said, so this guy, while he is rune-knocked up, he was actually going through the level. I found him. He had just cleared out the octopus up at the top of the stairs. This is the hidden pathway to the Halig tree or whatever. And, he gave me a little bit of a waggle. I saw he was by himself. And to be honest with his name, I thought my dude was leading me into a trap. But he wasn't. Had a little message with him after the fact, couple GGs, etc. And, we had ourselves a nice little fight. Here, I had started being a little overly cautious about these guys. So I come in, I whip the pot at the guy, and he comes at me with the madness spear. And, nothing wrong with that. And while we did start a little aggressive, the host is staying back and, lets us fight it out. So again, we get some duels. And in this case, the host was, he was a better guy than I, because I came in throwing the pot. But I thought they were just going to, continue running off to the boss. So sometimes you gotta balance being aggressive with being a jerk with whatever. And, there's sometimes when, the mood just strikes you to be overly aggressive and hit a couple people with the pot to get action going. But yeah, anyways, after I take the first guy down, again, I'm like, let's bust out the flail and flail it up. And I can't say enough about... I don't want to say the flails are underrated, because they're certainly not good, but they're better than they are. They're portrayed. They're portrayed as the worst weapon in the game. And I can't tell you what the worst weapon in the game is, but they're viable. But what is viable? Just playing well is what makes things viable. Not to toot my own horn there, but you get used to playing with stuff and, you can make things happen. So these two here, I invaded and I cut out the first, 45 seconds of our interaction. Because these guys were doing some weird, emotes at each other or whatever. But they weren't being aggressive. They were just kind of chilling out. I remember what they were doing. They were there's the invisible dung beetle thing, and they were standing in front of it and letting them push it across the map and doing gestures at it. Anyways, this guy, they decide he wants to duel with me a little bit. I'm not going to let him get off the free heal, so we go to the fight, and now we notice they got the tongue going. Another phantom comes in. And it's a duel until I start to lose, apparently. So now the fight is on. We got a 2v2, and we'll see if we can make some magic happen. Always got to hope that the co-invader is competent, and this time I got lucky. I did. That glintstone nail with amazing tracking there. A great little spell to keep pressure on. Does pretty decent damage, and it's chargeable, which is great for my setup because I like a lot of the charge spells here. I catch a couple stray bullets from the co-invader there. Certainly not his fault. Things happen, but we're just kind of duking it out, me and this guy. He gets me on my back foot a little bit, and when I go to heal, he decides it's time to rush in to get the invader. And I tried to get close enough to pull him back, but I was just out of range, or maybe he dodged it. The knight's causing just enough mayhem to make sure the invader doesn't get double teamed down. And, again, with the gravity, I'm able to keep him at bay just enough. My co-invader's also rocking the magic, but he's getting some of the bigger spells. And we got to be careful not to get too much crossfire damage at each other. We're trying to chip the host down now that he's almost dead. And here we got to switch up our partners. And, it ended up being a great little invasion. I was a little worried that I was going to catch my co-invader there with the bubble. Unfortunately, the bubble bursts. Nothing really of event happens. But, the fight continues. And, again, like, this could have been just a gank right out of the gate or something else, but instead we get a nice little fight. I unfortunately killed my co-invader, but these things happen. Anyways, thanks for watching, and take it easy.